How long is it going to take before we get a stimulus package to help against this coronavirus?
We'll know soon. But the president came over today and had lunch with us. By us, I mean the Republican senators. Look, we got to face our fear here. There's an old saying: if you face your fears, you rob them of their power. Number one, we're not all going to die, but some of our people are going to get sick. We know that. The elderly, some of our elderly, some people with chronic illness. The good news is, if you get sick, we've got the best health care delivery system in the entire universe, and we're working hard on an antiviral agent, a vaccine. Our economy is also going to take a hit. This economy is fundamentally sound, but we're going to take a short-term hit. The president is working on a short-term stimulus package. He told us about it today at lunch. He hasn't decided just yet what he's going to do. I'm not directing this to the president, but I'm directing it to my colleagues in the Congress. I'm not going to vote for a bailout package just to be voting for a bailout package. I want the stimulus to be temporary. I want it to be targeted. I want to know how it's going to work. But I'm all ears. I'm willing to listen, because it is true that our economy is going to take a short-term hit.
Right.
I don't think it'll be long-term.
Well, some people believe the duration of that hit, whether it's short-term or long-term, could depend on A, the confidence level of this country so everyone doesn't hunker down and not go outside, and B, whether we can offset some of the acute financial pains for some of the poorer folks in this country. So would you be okay with a payroll tax cut?
I would certainly consider it seriously. Of all of the alternatives that I have heard, that's the one at this juncture that I like the most, because it would help employers immediately, but more importantly, it would help employees. It would affect large companies, but also small businesses as well, and I like it. There's some other measures we're looking at to try to help.
Paid sick leave.
Go ahead.
Paid sick leave.
It's something to be considered. I'm not sold on it yet, but my mind is open.
Writing a check to the cruise industry and the airline industry.
I don't know the answer to that. Along with the president today at lunch were Secretary Mnuchin, Mr. Larry Kudlow, the vice president. They're going to work on a stimulus package, come back and talk to us with specificity, and I will listen carefully. But when I made the comment about the bailouts, I meant them. I remember back when we just started bailing out companies willy-nilly after the meltdown in 2008. And I'm not going to just vote to start bailing out everybody right and left. I want to see some meat on the bone.
Well, there's no doubt there's going to be a sort of Me Tooism there. If once certain industries start getting checks, there's no doubt. And there's also the political aspect of it. And it's an election year. Let's be quite honest. There are a lot of people out there saying, hey, we've got a healthcare system that makes people afraid to take time off, to make people afraid to self-quarantine. They don't have the services or the incomes of someone in Congress. So you have to be able to address those fears, you assuage those kind of anxieties, and stop the politicalization of all of this, too.
Well, you're right. But let me say it as emphatically and plainly as I can. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Some of our people will get sick. We've got great doctors and nurses, and I think in a short period of time, we'll have a vaccine. Our economy is going to be a little rocky for a while. It's reflected in the stock market. But the fundamentals of this economy, the strongest economy in all of human history, are intact. We're going to try to do everything we can within reason to try to smooth over those economic bumps. But this is taxpayer money we're spending, right. And I want to see the specificity of the plan, not just general platitudes.
Senator Kennedy, always appreciate your straightforwardness and your candor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Charles.